All right, guys, in this video, I wanted to discuss 9 customer service qualities that clients rightfully expect. So at Kersey Law, if we are endeavoring to provide the absolute best in customer service and make sure that our clients feel well taken care of and they are assured that we are going to put them in the best possible position for a favorable outcome, we're going to reassure them through every interaction, through every step, that they made a wise decision in moving forward with us. And it is absolutely essential and necessary that we embody these qualities. And so, number one is respect, and that's from the very first call. We want to make sure that our clients are treated with respect. Sometimes people are charged with things that they're embarrassed about. For example, I just got a call the other day from a grandfather who is under investigation for, and he vehemently denies having done this. And so you can imagine that if, for whatever reason, the first person he talks to on the phone were to gasp or make an expression of the uncomfort or discomfort with what he's presenting, or if he got on the phone with me and I spoke to him with a judgmental tone about what he did, whether he did it or not. Listen, it's not for me or you or any of our team to judge what a person has either done or is alleged to have done. Rather, we're here to make sure the person is treated fairly within their system and we protect their constitutional rights. And so at the end of the day, just as in life, in order to get respect, you have to give respect. And so, the number one quality that someone who is in a position of providing customer service or service to clientele is respect. Number two is a positive attitude. All right. And so, we definitely want to maintain a positive attitude with our clients. In life, you have two types of people. You have people who give you energy and you have people who drain your energy. And so we want to be battery chargers versus battery drainers. When someone gives us a call, and I talked about this the other day in terms of how do we make our clients feel? We want to make sure that on the other side of any interaction with us, we make them feel good. Now, the reality is sometimes we have to be the bearer of bad news. And so, on the other side of bad news, we may not necessarily leave them feeling good because no one would be left feeling good. If you're talking to an oncologist about your grandfather's state of his cancer, and the answer is not positive, then it's going to be hard for you to walk away from that conversation feeling positively. But if you're looking for the silver lining and you're knowing that, hey, we did everything that we can to throw at this disease, at this infirmity, but unfortunately, we lost the battle. At least you can walk away knowing that you did everything that you could. And if that doctor, again, maintained a positive attitude, was professional about the situation, then, what more could you really ask for? So, these are the types of things that really make a difference in terms of the representation. With a positive attitude, the client being made to feel that, hey, we're dealing with positive people, nice people, caring people, then that can mean all the difference, even if the results of the case don't necessarily go the way that you wanted them to. Number three is empathy. It's very important that we be empathetic and be able to attempt to do our best to see things from our client's perspective. And that is something that you can feel. You may not ever be in a situation where you could be deported if a criminal case goes wrong. But to be able to see things from our client's perspective and using that information in order to, add fuel to the fire that is what it is that we're providing to our clients really shows. So really just being able to listen to their stories, understand where they're coming from, understanding their fears, understanding their doubts, understanding their frustrations, understanding what's making them angry about this process. Sometimes people, again, are charged with things that are absolutely ugly and are in complete disjunction with their character and who they are. And that can be very anger provoking. If you are the most peaceful person and for whatever reason you're being charged with a domestic violence crime and you are being essentially labeled and branded as a criminal, that can make you very angry. You can be in a hearing and hear the prosecutor at arraignment speaking about the facts of the case, or at least what was reported to the police, and then the DA going by what's in her file and basically painting the client as a monster. That can be enough to make even a calm and collected and level-headed person, angry through the roof. And so we need to be able to have empathy and understand the things that are making a client upset, understand the things that are making a client sad, and doing what we can, within reason, within the ability we have in terms of providing legal service to empathize and sympathize and be able to again provide a reassuring message that we're going to do everything that we can to help them and put them in the best possible position for a favorable outcome. The next is patience. Patience is very important. Patience, listen, we deal with these type of cases day in, day out. Some of us have been dealing with these type of cases day in and day out for years. For me, I'm going into my 14th year of being an attorney. So for me, while explaining what is going to happen at a readiness conference, I've done it hundreds, if not over 1,000 times. But for the client, this is the very first time. It may be the very first time this has been explained to them. And they may not get it the first time. And they may need you to explain it again, and then even another time. But having patience is very important. And so I'm reminded of a current client that we have. Her position is that she didn't do anything wrong, and she is scared to death of the prospect of going to jail. Listen, I really had to drive home the fact that we were protecting her from being arrested, that we were putting the things in place such that if law enforcement wanted to move forward with an arrest, that we can arrange for her to turn herself in, arrange for her to secure bail, short of or to avoid the police, knocking down her door or startling her in the middle of the night and being arrested and taken to jail. So I was able to empathize with her, going to the last quality, and then be patient with her in my explanation of what it was we were doing and how that was going to help to avoid what it is that she feared. The next is being determined to serve, right? So we are in the service industry. We don't sell products, we sell a service, and that service is protecting a person who is either under investigation for criminal activity or believes they're under investigation for criminal activity, or they're being charged with a crime. And so if you're not determined to serve, then you really shouldn't be doing this. You really shouldn't be working with us, because it starts with me at the top in terms of me being determined to serve and treat our clients, again, respectfully, maintaining the positive attitude. All these things come together to reach that determination to serve. And so we're here to help. We're here to alleviate our clients, pain, frustration, sadness, anger, worry, all these negative emotions that they're experiencing. The next is service expertise. We are a niche firm for a reason. We are limited. We have a very limited number of types of cases that we help people with. We don't resolve tax issues. We we don't do we don't do business litigation. We don't do business transactions. We represent people who are charged with crimes, and even within those, there is a relative limited number of type of offenses that we tend to represent people in. And that then leads to the development of expertise, right? And so the more repetitions that you have with a certain type of case, you start to see patterns, you see the things over and over again, and that leads to you having expertise. And so that's what we want to convey to our clients. This is not our first rodeo. If it's happening in your case, it's more likely than not that we've seen it before. We've seen it a whole bunch of times. We know how it goes, and we're going to guide you through the situation. If we haven't seen it before, it's likely that the next firm hasn't seen it before either. And so that's part of our consistent communication to our clients, that they are in the right hands. That's a big thing that somebody wants to know. Hey, am I in the right hands? Are you guys the right firm to do the job? And so to be able to answer that with a resounding yes, this is what we do. We've been doing it for a long time. We've been doing it successfully, getting positive, solid results for our clients. That's going to be what emphasizes the fact that they're dealing with experts. Active listening is next. You definitely want to be an active listener. When a client is talking to you about something, you want to pick up on what they're saying, and you also want to pick up on what they're not saying. And really, in picking up on what they're not saying, be able to press. Sometimes people are embarrassed about what the truth is. Sometimes people are afraid of going into what the truth is. And we want to be able to take that, and again, being empathetic, being positive, being patient. We definitely want to handle these conversations in a way that is respectful and with the requisite level of gentleness, right? And we want to make sure that we're being respectful to the situation. So being an active listener means that you're listening, you're taking notes, you're really paying attention, you are present. You're present in the conversation with no distractions. And that's going to allow, when you're talking to someone and they mention, oh, that was after my son graduated from college. Hey, you can throw in hey, congratulations, that's great. What did he get his degree in? If a person mentions, oh, well, and that's when, my mother died from a lung cancer, then you say, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. That must have been very difficult for you. You don't want to just gloss over things that are cues for you to demonstrate that you care, for you to demonstrate that you are listening, for you to demonstrate that you're paying attention, for you to demonstrate that you're engaged with them. The next is clear communication. If you're working with us, if you are working at Kersey Law, it's because you have the ability to express yourself clearly. So you definitely want to speak in a way that is engineered or geared towards being understood. Speak to be understood. So you definitely want to think before you say what it is that you have to say, and also, again, bearing in mind, there are certain things that are going to be very intuitive to you at this point, or very obvious to you at this point. So sometimes I find myself saying, I'll find myself giving a client advice, and I'll say, well, obviously, XYZ. And then I catch myself and I say, well, it's not obvious to you. It's obvious to me because I've been doing this for a long time, but it's not obvious to you. And so I definitely want to make sure that I'm mindful of what I'm saying, and I'm speaking in a way that's going to be understood to the client. I'm not trying to impress the client with my $100 words and my vast vocabulary and my, command of the English language. No, I want to take these complex legal concepts and break it down to the way that a sixth grader could understand. And that is true mastery, when you can do that. And realistically, if you can't break something down to such an elementary level, then perhaps you don't understand it enough yourself. And so again, when we're dealing with, something that is so great as somebody's freedom, their reputation, so their criminal record. We definitely want to make sure that we're being clear communicators. And then the last one we'll touch upon is creative problem solving ability. You want to be the type of person, and this goes along with being determined to serve. You want to be the kind of person who solves problems. The last thing when someone poses a question to you or someone presents a situation is, I don't know, or, that's not my job, or that's not what we do. You want to be able to give a person, you want to show that you're there to help them solve their problems. So a better answer than, I don't know, period, is, I'm not sure, but let me look into that. Let me get an answer for you. I will get back to you on that. I might need to do a little research and then we can follow up with you. Those are going to be the types of things. Or a problem is presented, and when you're coming to me, or when you're coming to another colleague or whoever you're going to go to, being able to have already looked into some of the things that you can provide as a foundation for them to be able to address the issue. So you ran into a problem, and then you're going to present it to me. It is much better if you've already done a little bit of light research. 10 to 15 minutes can go a long way in being able to present that to me, because I may not know and I may need to do the research. And you can say, okay, well, here's a couple of articles that I looked at that might be helpful when you're doing your research. So, that's just that's an example. The other day, there was a call that needed to be made from one of the clients, and I just gave it to Daniel and Patty. Hey, here's the call. This is the end goal. I need you to get this statement. And based on my original instruction, it wasn't really going to work out. And then they figured it out amongst themselves, or you guys figured it out amongst yourselves. And so it wasn't okay. I give you this assignment and then there's a problem and you're like, oh, well, we don't know what to do. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to, wait until you solve it. No, you guys kind of figured out on your own. All right, well, let's do this. This is the way it can work out. So that's basically, exercising solid problem solving abilities. So those are nine customer service qualities that clients rightfully expect. They have every right to expect, if not demand, these things from us. And we at Kersey Law will commit to abiding by these qualities, and we will embody them, and we do embody them. And that's why we're the best.